Okay, guys, I'm totally sorry for being here very late. I know it's 2 minutes, but to me that's extremely late because my webcam hates me. And again, this is the second time this has happened in 2 weeks, and I'm like, this is so frustrating. Yeah, and I hate it because I don't like to be mad on my streams, but I can't help it that I have a bad temper. So I do need to share the stream and all of that. Yeah, I went live like 2 seconds ago, but it was like no webcam, and I'm like, that defeats the purpose. So I do need to delete that little like 5-second stream because we don't want people going to watch that. Yeah, 19 seconds. Delete, please. Delete. Okay. So we'll start our sprints at 6:05 today since I am late, and I totally forgot to brush my hair before this, and I'm just very upset with myself, but what can you do? So I'm currently reading The Key to Happily Ever After by Tiff Marcello. Not enjoying it. I don't know why I keep trying with contemporary romance. It's just, I don't know. I hope I can find something good one day. But this isn't really romance heavy. It is listed as a romance, but I think it's more on the relationship of the sisters. So this is about the De La Rosa family, and there are 3 sisters taking over the parents' business after the parents retire, and so it's them going through their wedding planning business and finding romance as well. So that is what it's about. I might not be liking the story that much, and one of the characters annoys me, but it's not that I'm not liking the story. I think it's boring, but I love the setting. As you can see, it's in DC. It's in Alexandria, which is right across the river from DC. So my second home, basically. So I do love reading about places that I'm familiar with and whatnot. So let me know in the chat, what are you currently reading? So I'm going to get my phone set up here over on the tripod at the very messy background because my dog has to sleep on a bunch of blankets. Yeah. So 15-minute timer. I'll be starting in 1 minute. So yeah, let me know what you guys are currently reading. Have some tea there. Okay. Are we a shy bunch today? Yeah, I did a terrible job of making my bed because my cat was up there and I didn't want to disturb him. So, I should say I am on page 112, chapter 10. So let's do a fall one right here. And I will check in. Oh, hold on. We do it sideways. So I'll check in when the 15 minutes are up. Okay, so our first sprint is finished. I read 16 pages in that sitting. Again, this is romance, contemporary, so it goes by fast. Unlike the fantasy book I read on Tuesdays, so I got to part 3 of the book. Let me show y'all. Part 3 says There Is No Rose Without Thorns by Pam Munoz Ryan. That's who that quote's by. Someone chapter 11, page 131. Another thing I like about this book is any book that incorporates music, really. Like on the chapter headings, it has a song like Mood, Heart of Glass by Blondie. So I do like when books have music incorporated into it. It'd be really cool. There's like a playlist online that you could listen to with all the songs there might be. I'm just not sure because I don't want to get spoiled for songs that are later on in the thing. I just randomly pulled my hair back. I thought it would look nice. And as I said, I didn't brush it because I'm lazy. So we will start our next sprint at 6:25. So yeah, if you have questions or comments, now is the time to send them in the chat and I will be sure to answer them. So I'm just kind of scrolling through Twitter. Oh my gosh, that tweet's kind of funny. So look at the chat, nothing there. Okay, I want to open Goodreads as well. Oh my gosh, my drink really got water everywhere. The condensation or whatever. My computer really thinks I'm a Flyers fan for whatever reason. I don't own merch or anything, but I like where it has the sports section, it's all just Flyers games. And I'm like, I don't pull for any Philly teams, so why do you keep giving me that? It's so random. Okay, let's look at Goodreads. So I think one of my Goodreads friends has read this book, and I think it was Haley in Bookland who read it. Yeah. Oh, and then another one, Marilyn wants to read it. Yeah, I got this book in 2019. I think it's like August 2nd at Target in Maryland. Oh, that brings me to a point that I thought was kind of weird in this. So it was like, today we're at the DC and Northern Virginia Bridal Convention or whatever, but the convention was in Maryland. Like, why would it be called DC and Northern Virginia Bridal Convention if it's in Maryland? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, they should have just called it the DMV Bridal Convention. I don't get it. And I think the author is from DC, or at least lives in DC. Is a veteran Army nurse and holds a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, a Master of Public Administration. Is inspired by her military hero and 4 children. That's nice. And this is again written by a person of color. So Marcelo is Filipino, and it's on Voices because all the sisters in the book are Filipino. And one of the love interests is biracial Filipino and African American. So, and I'm not sure about the other love interests. I'm not sure what he is. I know he's from Atlanta, and yeah, that's all we know about his background, really. And like we know what he does for a living and all that. Like I think it's something with real estate, if I remember correctly, but I could be totally wrong. So our next sprint will be starting in 1 minute. Let me check my messages here. Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new. I'm cold. It's 69, which is not that bad. This weekend it's when it's gonna get below freezing for like the first time, so that's fun. Not look at this. Y'all can't really see. Okay, next sprint starting now. So I'm starting this one on page 131. Let me mute myself. Okay, I had like that much more, so I'm gonna finish the page. The chapter. Okay, so I read 22 pages, and that's as far as I want to get in this book. Today I read 6 chapters a day, so I'm on chapter 13 now. We'll start our next sprint in 5 minutes at 6:45. So let's see. On this stream, I read 40 pages. So I'm really impressed by that. But this book is so all over the place. We went from a wedding to a dream sequence, and I'm like, wait, what? And then the character's waking up, and I'm like, did she fall asleep at the wedding? Like, I don't know. It's just completely all over the place, and I'm honestly confused for the most part. So I started on page 74, and now I'm on page 152. So let me do the math to see how many pages that is. Minus 74 is 78 pages for that. So I do need to start a nonfiction because it is nonfiction November. And I DNF'd the one that I tried to start. So I think I'm going to start. I think it's called Beautiful People. And it's my most recent one that I put into Goodreads because I do have some down here, but they're all like tomes. They're all like over 500 pages. And I'm just not up for that challenge right now. So I'm actually just going to go over to the other room to go get this book, and then I'll be right back. And yeah, so I'm going to mute while I do that, but I will be right back in like 30 seconds. Okay, I totally got the title name wrong, but it's Beautiful Country by Quinn Julie Wang, and it is a memoir, and this is an indecent memoir from an astonishing new talent. Beautiful Country puts readers in the shoes of an undocumented child living in poverty in the richest country in the world. So this is in 1994. The author's family immigrates illegally from China to America, and just the struggle of living in poverty and all of that in New York City. So that will be a really deep read, and I will be starting it when we start our next sprint, which will be in 2 minutes. I actually don't know how long this is. Okay, so it is literally a little less than 300 pages, so that is the perfect length. So that will be my second memoir. Because I'm considering Wild a memoir. It is in like the travel section in the store, and I think on Goodreads it's even listed as a travel, but in my opinion it's a memoir, but kind of a travel, I guess. So let's see. So tomorrow for this, what chapters do I need to read? Let's see here. The Key to Happily Ever After, chapters 13 to 18. So let's see if I'm chapter 19 in here. Yeah, and just the point of the middle sister in here is she's so irrelevant. She's not a point of view. So I'm like, what is the point? And having her there when you're only going to have Mary and Pearl as the point of views are the only ones we really get interactions from. They barely interact with Jane. She just randomly gets mentioned every chapters, even though they all live in like the same apartment thing. Yeah, that's going to be like a 2.5. So yes, we will start our next sprint in 1 minute. So this is your 1 minute warning for our final sprint of the stream and like the week. Let's see. Let's look at Discord. Ooh, new emotes. Stickers, maybe? I don't know. I'm doing. But I'll look into that. So yes, let's start our next sprint now. I'm starting a nonfiction read here. So here we go. Okay, that sprint is over. So I read about 16 and a half pages there. And this writing is really good. And I think, sometimes when coincidences happen. So I was watching one of Hai Ying's videos, and she was showing us a Chinese book. I think it was a children's book, and Lao Lao's dragon or something. And that means that's like what children in China call their grandmother. And we're seeing that term frequently in here. And I'm like, I would have not known what that meant if I hadn't watched that video literally like 2 days ago. So like that's really nice. So yeah, from watching Hai Ying's videos and then Asha's ASMR as well. She's not Chinese but lives in China. I am familiar with a lot of these cultural references and all, and are saying, so that is really nice to know that going into it, so I'm not like really confused or anything. So far the story has just been on the plane. It seems like they're on the plane, and then just excerpts about the author's life as a child in China before coming to America. So I think this is going to be a really moving book. As I said, the writing is really good, so I have high hopes, and I think it's going to make me think a lot, which is always good because I love thinking. But yes, that is the stream today, and this will be the last stream for a while because I am not going to stream any next week on Twitch or YouTube. I'm taking Thanksgiving week off just to not let myself get burned out, just to give myself a break because I've been streaming continuously since September. So it's going to be a nice break. And I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving if that is something you celebrate, because I know not all of you are American. But yes, so I will see you guys eventually. I'm still going to be posting videos, but not streaming. And yeah, I'll see you whenever. Bye.